With grocery prices going up, $5 doesn't go far these days. Or does it? Today, I'm taking $5 to the store to see what meal I can make for my family. And hopefully, we don't experience any side quests like we did last week, because y'all, that was an ordeal. If you haven't seen last week's $5 Friday, go check that out, because that whole side quest had me shook. But here's the thing. Today, I only have 30 minutes to get to the store, figure out what I'm gonna cook, get back home, cook it before it's time for me to clock in for work. So that means I've got $5, 30 minutes, and no idea what I'm cooking. Hey, we just flying by the seat of our pants today. One thing I do know is that I can get to Walmart in 5 minutes. So let me stop yapping and head to the store. I knew there had to be a cheaper option for a pancake mix, because the boxed mixes were running between $2 and $3, and that was already going to put me way over budget. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Next, I need some sausage links. The uncooked ones were more expensive, so I went with the banquet version instead. I was really hoping that they would have the Vermont maple flavor, but at this point, I'm not gonna be picky. I'm just trying to stay under $5. Now, I just need skewers, and thankfully these were only 97 cents. This is something that I'll be able to use for other meals down the road. Now, my total out of pocket for all of this was $4.32, which means I had 68 cents left over, y'all. So I officially made it through the store under budget. Now, let's turn this into breakfast before I have to clock in for work. I want these sausage links to have that bacon flavor, so I'm cooking them up in a little bacon fat. Now, while those are cooking, I'm going to get started on my pancake mix. If you want your pancake mix a little thicker, just use a little less water than what the package calls for. I'm making these for breakfast today, but honestly, this will make a pretty good breakfast for dinner meal too, and we definitely have those around here at least once a week. I'm looking pretty good on time, and that's mainly why I chose pancakes on a stick for this one. I had time to think about what I wanted to cook on the way to the store, and by the time I got to that parking lot, I had a solid plan. But having a plan and actually executing this plan are two different things. And the clock is ticking, y'all, so I hope I finish in time. I actually used the amount of water the package instructions requested, which is why these are not as thick as I like. But hey, they're going into the hot oil, so I'm hoping they'll plump up a little once they start cooking. Now, let me know down in the comments if you've tried these before. Now, I've made all different kinds of flavors, and my family seems to love them all. Now, these pancakes on a stick don't look like much, but they are really good. Here is what they look like plated. I did add some eggs, and my family can grab whatever fruit they want to eat with it. So that was meal number one, and I think we can call that a win because I stayed under that $5 budget. So that lets me know that you really can feed your family on a $5 budget in this economy. Now let's go ahead and move on to meal number two, which is going to be meatball subs. My next $5 meal is going to be meatball subs, and this one actually came from my husband. The other day we were in Walmart looking through their clearance bakery items, and he mentioned meatball subs. So I was like, we could probably make that work for $5. Now, I originally planned on grabbing a bag of meatballs at Kroger when they were on sale for $4.99, but there was one problem. That would have left me with basically nothing for the remaining ingredients. So I had to come up with another way to make the meatballs work without blowing the entire budget. I figured ground turkey would work, and several of you suggested using beef bouillon to give it that beefy flavor, and y'all were spot on with that tip. Now, I was a little nervous about using turkey because I didn't want that turkey or gamey aftertaste, but you couldn't taste it at all with that beef bouillon. So thank y'all for that tip. Now, the extra ingredients that I used for the sub were onion, beef bouillon, and eggs, Swiss cheese, and Italian breadcrumbs. And thankfully, these were all things I already had at home, so I didn't have to spend any extra money on them. Now, could you make these with fewer ingredients? Absolutely. But I know what my family likes, and I'd rather use what I already have at home to make something they'll actually eat than spend money on ingredients that are just going to sit in the fridge. Now that the first batch of meatballs is finished, I'm placing them into a pot and starting on the second batch. And once all of the meatballs are cooked, I'm going to pour in the pasta sauce and let them simmer together for about 10 minutes. That should be just enough time for the sauce to get nice and hot. Now, I did remember that I had some fries in the freezer, so those are going straight into the air fryer. I wasn't planning on making fries, but since I had these, why not? For the bread, I'm mixing some melted butter with garlic powder and Italian seasoning. And this roll is pretty thick, so I want that garlic flavor to go all the way through. So I'm just lathering this garlic and butter mixture all over this bread. Now, this is an easy way to make a basic roll taste like something you would get from a restaurant without having to pay all of that extra money. I can already tell this is gonna be so good, y'all. I've got butter on the bottom, the top, and the sides, and I even added the rest to the inside because at this point we are committed to making this bread taste good. But y'all, I could not get this bread to sit up by itself, so I had to get creative and use my kitchen knife to prop it up. Now, sometimes you just have to work with what you have in the kitchen. It's all starting to come together. Now, let's get these meatballs and pasta sauce into this roll. I'm using Swiss cheese because that's what I had in the fridge, although I really would have rather had mozzarella. And because I wanted this to look like the sandwich that inspired the whole meal, I cut the cheese into triangles. You know, just like the ones you get at Subway. Jordan is going to give you his review on this sub roll, and here it is, all plated.
Welcome to another episode of Jordan's Reviews. I'm mighty excited today, viewers. Mighty excited. I'm happy. You could say ecstatic. But before I get into why I'm even excited, happy, ecstatic, the whole 9 yards, how y'all doing today? Y'all having a good day, night, evening, afternoon, you know, whatever time zone? I hope you are, but if you're not, hope it's not on your face. Anywho, today, viewers, now I want y'all, this is going to be a little Jordan lore drop, okay? Back when I was, how old was I when I first went to, I'm going to say it, Subway. I was but a kid. It's been a very long while, but my favorite fast food place was Subway. I don't know why, it was just something about those sandwiches, specifically the meatball sub. And that is what my mother has made for me today. It's, hey, look, it's actually something I know off the basis of having to confirm. See, I know, I ain't gonna act like I know exactly what's in it, but I think I have a pretty good basis for what's in it. Meatball sub, it's one of those straightforward deals, you know? Meatball sub, but man, that was my go-to order. If you saw me up in a Subway, oh boy, you already know I was gonna get, I am a one-trick pony. I would go straight for, my meal was simple as follows. Meatball sub.
What do you put on?
Nah, what I put on it, let's see. Now this is gonna be a little crazy, viewers. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say, but I put cucumbers on my Subway. Now I know before y'all get to saying it, try it. We're back. So the camera was clearly over my rambling, okay? Listen, it got a little tired. It said, hey Jordan, you need to eat the goddamn, eat the plate. Fight this camera. Cut out while I was eating my fries. But I think y'all's got a pretty good look. It's pretty delicious. Like I said, the only fries I'm willing to eat. Listen, I'm pretty sure I said it in one of these videos. I'm not sure how many videos I say things. I might say things on repeat because I low-key forget what I be saying in the videos. But just so I remind y'all, man, I can't stand potato-based thing. Oh, this is the star of the show. This is probably gonna be the best thing I've ever tasted. Hang on now. It's gonna be fine dining. I'm gonna get this thing fresh out the stove. It's a little, I don't even know where to attack something this big, bro. It's so goddamn, ooh, that is. Gotta make sure I ain't burning my tongue though. So. Transcended, ascended, all that. Oh, got me salivating. Hang on. That is a meatball sub. I think I almost broke my finger. That is a meatball sub. That is, oh yeah. Now, of course, I took one small, listen, that is as big a bite as I could take. Y'all gonna think that I was taking small bites? Nah, I'm gonna need y'all right now. I need you to recreate this. Recreate this, put this next to your head. I swear on soul, that is as big a bite as I could get it. That is a very big sandwich, and I'm going to enjoy eating that very, man, if it wasn't so goddamn big, I'd eat another bite right freaking now. That, You got this blessed from a church, didn't you? I mean, I know you just went ahead and baptized this meatball. So nothing should taste that good. I am everything under and over the rainbow, okay? I am excited, I am just joyous. That's Jordan's Reviews. I hope y'all enjoy viewers. I really do, cause listen, I ain't about to stick around too long. Yeah, so yeah, before I get out of here, y'all know what to do. I ain't giving y'all time, bro. Y'all know what to do. I ain't even gotta say it. That's why I love y'all. I ain't even gotta say it. I gotta get out of here. Big Mac Attack. I'ma catch y'all on the next one. I'm out of you. Ain't tripping me today. You ain't stopping me. All right. I'm out, y'all.
So there you have it. Jordan loved it, and that is a win in my book. Now, we started this $5 Friday series with one question in mind, and that question is, can $5 still put food on the table for your family? And I would have to say that it can. I have proved that over and over again with the $5 Friday series. Now, you're gonna have to get creative, you're gonna have to do some planning, but with all of that, I think that it is still possible in this economy. Just like with me, I had to get a little creative, I had to use some substitutions, and I also went on a few side quests for some of these meals. But I think we made some pretty good dinners along the way. And that brings us to the end of the $5 Friday series. Now, I may bring it back in October, who knows? Comment down below if you enjoyed this series and you want me to bring it back. If so, I will bring it back in October. Thank you all for hanging out in the kitchen with me today. I hope you have an amazing day, and we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.